Another week without blueprints, which means another week of writing down like 16 pages of notes, which means another stream where we spend 30 minutes going through said notes. Or does it? In fact, I think I'm gonna veto that and say, no, let's just jump in. Instead, I do have a lot that I noted down, particularly about like lore, if it even is lore, but just like the story and the people and the connections and stuff like that I've noticed on a second viewing. And I do have some ideas, some, I think, pretty good ideas for a few of the safes. And I'm sure there were other things in there. I've written a lot that I will have to like remind myself of. But I really don't want to just sit here and talk about it. In fact, most of it is like, I would like to see the room and then we can talk about it. So I think I'm gonna go that route instead. And it's just up to the drafting gods if we even like get to do it. Like I just haven't seen a boudoir in forever. And yeah, there's one key room that I'm looking for before we like have a conversation. So yeah, let's jump in. Hello Hayashi and Susie. I certainly have missed blueprints. The honeymoon phase is still going strong. I would have thought I would like step it down a little bit at this point, but nope. I still just want to play blueprints. A lot of blueprints. So yeah, one thing here at the start that I was considering is we should not go out. Here we go, sauna. Oh. Right, yeah. 50 plus 20 from the orchard, plus 20 from the sauna, yeah. A lot of starting things. So a hovel would be pretty good, but we should not go and do the outer room first. Because I think, I don't know which is best, but I kind of want to see if I can draft like the lab or the security or something, or an office or something early, so that we can see what the experiment is before I draft the outer room, so I know like what to go for with that, if we can get a good experiment going. Because yeah, if we get like digging up trash, then if we can get the shrine and once again get the blessing of the gardener, I mean, should I really do another blessing of the gardener in that case? It's kind of boring. I want to try other blessings, but maybe, or like root cellar or something, or I mean, obviously if we get the tomb, that's pretty significant. And yeah, maybe the shelter as well for lab experiments if we see one that's like very easy to do. So yeah, let's see if we can get a terminal and also a couple of other key rooms, I suppose. So, which way do we start? Wait, chat keeps trying to correct you? Give more money? What? What are you talking about? What do you mean chat is correcting you? Also, I'm kind of like regretting this one at this point. I mean, it might be nice, but man, I'm thinking rerolls might have been better in the end. Oh, give more money to shrine. Yeah, exactly. Like more or less. Because we've only given it 5 exactly. And I'm thinking it's probably like a different blessing for each. Maybe for each amount you give. Or maybe it's like within thresholds where like, oh, if you give between 1 and 5, you get Blessing of the Gardener. If you give 5 to 10 or 6 to 10, you get this other one. And, you know, so on. So I do want to test out some like various numbers and write those down. So we need the shrine like a lot of times. And yeah, it's kind of a slow testing thing because you do it and then you have that blessing for like 3 days and then you have to draft it again. So yeah, it takes a while. I also have figured out a bit of a like, oh, I see you tried to type blue and it changed to Bluetooth. Yeah, this is Bluetooth, the game. I had a bit of an idea for the parlor, like a kind of idea for like a shortcut or like cheat way to think about it. And I'm not sure if it's like actually true or if there's like a hole in my logic. So if like people can, you know, poke a hole in that, then I'm curious. But I kind of don't want to draft the parlor right here. So I think I'm not going to do that. But I do want the parlor so I can run that idea by you. And yeah, we'll see if like, if I'm completely off with that. Oh yeah, also times. It seems like we have roughly an hour, I would think, to get to 1:30 or whatever with a clock tower. But then we also have the whole 9:15 if we wait around here, which may or may not be something like this thing. And then 5 past 11, like after that. Rubba's room, it's a common room now. Yeah. Yeah, that's fun. Let's start with a premonition right away. Yeah, we started with 90 steps because of yesterday. Yeah, definitely like... Hello? Definitely like making Rumpus room common. That is one note that I did. Yeah, like, we have notes. I did write down Elzara premonitions, just kind of not completely, but just the ones I've seen. Just like, did they say anything significant? Like, the whole black cat and red flag? I don't know exactly what that's symbolizing. Red flag might be one of those, like, not Orindia, but maybe the southern... Yeah, like Fen Ares. Which, by the way, like, the estate is in Fen Ares, so that's another thing I was writing somewhere in here, that, like, it seems like Orindia and Fen maybe, like, you know, joined forces or something? Was there, like, a political marriage or something, and it became Fen Ares? I don't know. Something like that. It's just, like, a lot of interesting history stuff. But yeah. Just like all of these dark waters, doesn't mean the reservoir, doesn't mean the children of black water, which was in the archives stuff with the like resistance group and whatever. There's so much to talk about with those as well once we get to that. And yeah, the second one, yeah, this one was not too important, but this one though, the third one was like, oh, there's a shadow in a doorway, and the person wearing a hat was coming from the nursery into the dark room. Not sure if that's significant for some reason. I don't know why it would be, but I don't know. Maybe you have to draft a dark room, light it up, and then draft a nursery from there, and then like have the door open, and I don't know why something would change from that. And then silent footsteps in the hallways. Does it mean like, oh, never run in a hallway? Like every time you draft a hallway, you have to walk, but why would that be the case? I don't know, it's just an idea. And then an unlatched gate you didn't open, which, oh shit, which I thought was the gate over by the campsite. But looking at it again, it kind of doesn't look like that gate, and I don't think it looked like the one by the garage either. I'm not really sure what the unlatched gate is. So, yeah, I'm curious about that. And a missing item you didn't take, and that was a lantern in the entrance hall, but we've already looked at that, and I didn't see anything with it, but I don't know. And yeah, just creeping on Simon. Alright, well, let's get another... Oh, rerolls. Perfect. I want rerolls. Let's get our nice little premonition. What do you have to say, Elzara? So I'm not gonna note stuff down, like, right now. I'll do that afterwards, because it's easier to, like, pause and play and jump back and forth.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face.
Once again, so quiet. Wish he was louder.
And I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
Mm-hmm.
Faintly in the mist.
Just screenshotting this, why not? A king? Okay, better screenshot.
Cradled in a courtyard of sentinel stone.
Shit, that was a bad one. Oh, I got it.
Find yourself one day wandering these paths.
Is that... No. Did I get it?
In the footsteps of the past.
This looks crazy. What would this be, like, in the estate?
And waiting
For a train? Looks like a train station.
shadow that will never be
They did mention that station that was, like, shut down or something.
for the day,
Oh, there's a time. noon.
the hours to pass.
Oh, okay, well, now they're making it obvious. Yeah, noon. Alright.
You have heard here has been foreseen. by the great
Well, so now we got another notable time, I suppose.
until the dawn of the following
Notable time. This,
will have
by the way...
nothing more to say.
Thanks, Alzara. This was what I was, like, I had this time in my mind, like, why did I think, like, 3:45 or 15:45? Like, there was some significance to that. And it was because Marigold was last seen Friday at the 100 Bells Tea Room at 15:45. So maybe there's something about that. I also did, like, note that down. Where did I note that down? Where did I note that down? What, maybe here? Also, spoilers. I have some ideas here. We'll talk about it later. Yeah, just wrote this down that, like, she was born Mary Matthew Epson, but apparently publicly in newspapers and stuff was called Mary Matthew Jones, and then, like, pen name Marion Marigold. So, people of the public didn't know that she was an Epson, I suppose, maybe? And yeah. I mean, there sure is a lot that we could, like, talk about with these notes. So, Zara, Premonition 4, number 4. Train station at 12:15. Should be okay. And yeah, I'll note this down later, but, you know, it didn't have much else of significance. Courtyard, the statue with a guy, like a knight or a king. Do I really continue upward? I guess so. Courtyard or just hallway or an observatory is always nice. Yeah, sure. So 38. Sail. I'm on this minor, clavis, and major. Wow, that was a good one. Yeah, 6 gems and a sail before we buy anything. How do I get 18 coins? Oh right, Rumpus Room, yeah. And yeah, I was noting these down as well. They're like, I can't remember, could you rotate the cube in the study as well? Because yeah, like, at first when I started the game, it felt like, oh yeah, whatever, that's just a little detail, I guess. But like, haven't really been any details that you just like, oh, play with something or touch it for no reason, so I'm sure there is some reason for these globes, but who knows what they are. It does keep moving, like, about this distance every time you spin it. Yeah. But I don't know what that's gonna mean. We need, like, a world map of where Orindia? What was the name? And all of that. We're located in Fen Ares. Okay, I mean, I could go back, but I guess, sure. Okay, Parlor. Parlor's kind of fine here. Yeah. Okay, so my logic, my cheat, might not be possible to do, but I had an idea that, like, if we get a parlor game that only has a single box that talks about the gems or the state of the chests, like whether they're empty or whatever, if it says the gems are in this box, if black is the only one that says the gems are in this box, and the other ones are just talking about like whether that's true or false or colors or whatever other stuff, or it says the gems are in one of the other boxes or the other boxes are empty or something like that. If there's only one such statement, regardless of what the other ones are talking about, doesn't that mean you just have to go by that one statement? Because if there's only one box talking about the gems are in the black box, that means it must be true, because if it's false, then it would be ambiguous, right? So this probably won't apply in most cases, because I'm sure like there will be multiple things talking about where the gems are, or what's empty and what's not. But I feel like if you just get that and yeah, you see something where it's like white just says the gems are in one of the other boxes, and the other boxes don't talk about gems, it must be in the white box. It must be lying, right? I don't know if I've like missed some sort of loophole there or some like fallacy, but kind of seems like a nice thing to me. So yeah, gems are in the blue box. Okay, so now we can't do it, I guess. Yeah, because there's 2 boxes that talk about the gems. So I would just think that like, oh yeah, no, yeah, this in this case can't be true. If this is true and the gems are in the blue box, no, it could still be true, because the gems are in the only true box. Could be false then. Because in this one, only one statement is true. But if that's false, that means both of these have to be true. Wait, no. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If this one is false, these have to be true, which then doesn't make sense. So this has to be true, and only one statement is true, and that's this one. So the gems are not... Wait, what? If this one is true and these are false, the gems are not in the only true box. So then it would be in one of these 2. But this is false, and it's in the black box. Is it? Oh man, I don't know. That seems like a bit of a sneaky one. Okay, I think I got it, like the logic there, but yeah. They're definitely like trickier, these ones now. So yeah, we'll see if that like even is such a cheat after all. Maybe it's like only a couple of the parlor games actually work with that kind of logic. Library? Library is nice. I guess let's read about Orindia, or Orindo, or whatever it was called. I already forgot. And we can actually draft from it as well, so we can see if we get like the bookstore or something else. Something rare. Alright. Time to read. Do we bother checking anything here, like the scrapbook? Uh-huh. I do wonder if there's like some point to the scrapbook, like this stuff. Yeah, here we go. Stamp collection. Use the magnifying glass. Okay, well that confirms that these are significant. I already did see that. So wait. Interesting. Yeah, so you have to specifically magnify the stamps for them to show up here, right? Because like, we had been in the mailroom long ago and seen this stamp in particular, but just not used a magnifying glass on it. That's a really interesting, like, system that they... Oh, didn't mean to right-click. That they know to check that. They don't just put it in here before you know that the stamps are relevant or interesting in some way. You have to first magnify them. Yeah, interesting. Why does it say paid in full? I thought I had, like, a sale at the time. And like, how could you not pay in full? Can you steal? Yeah, I wonder what that means. Does the sale not apply to the showroom? Well, I keep accidentally right-clicking because my right-click is super sensitive on this mouse. So either that doesn't apply, but then like, yeah, does this imply that you can not pay in full somehow? Maybe one day. Toilet, maybe. Alright, I mean, that was worth checking. And I do wonder if there's like some secret on this second floor here. A book we can pull or whatever. But alright. Time to do some reading. The History of Orindia. Yeah, 2nd edition. This book was reviewed and cleared for publication by the Fenary Central Board of Education. It has been edited to conform to our department standards, including the omission of sections deemed inaccurate or unsuitable for public dissemination. Great. By Caleb Manning. Where's that? Oh god, where did I write it? Because I wrote down about Caleb Manning. Caleb Manning? Yeah, here we go. You've never been to the toilet in 28 days? Yeah. Been very, busy with other stuff. He doesn't have time for bathroom breaks. Yeah, I do wish there was a secret in the lavatory, and maybe there is. We still don't know. There's still that image of Herbert taking a bathroom selfie and whatever. I was thinking that too. That is something I noticed, that there is like a little bit of water in the bathtub, I think, in the lavatory, so I'm wondering if maybe you can like refill your watering can if you draft it, if you don't have access to the kitchen, possibly. But yeah, so some of these are definitely new. I don't know what is, yeah, like this we talked about now. I did have this idea that like the reservoir chests at the bottom we saw maybe correspond to major keys, so like if you have the basement key, it'll open one, and the secret garden key will open one, and so on, or something. No idea. Yeah, this one, the tunnel with all the boxes just after a powered furnace, I was thinking. Right, this we talked about, so yeah, this we saw. And then, yeah, like Simon Sr., I think is dead, our granddad, and I mentioned that somewhere else. God, I don't know where all my notes are, but I noticed in the archive notes, the archives did say, where's that? Yeah, here, that Marigold, that Herbert Sinclair is like, Marigold is the last living relation of Herbert at that time, which I guess implies that, yeah, like Clara Epson had died, and Simon Sr. had died, and all of their parents and all of that, so it was just Marigold left. And then, yeah, like, our dad is still alive, he's still sending letters, and must be, like, outside the family tree, probably, hopefully. And they mentioned a Mr. White, who was a friend of Caleb Manning, and I'm wondering if Mr. White was the guy that, like, is our dad? Possibly. And yeah, it mentioned Caleb Manning, and Caleb Manning was also someone from the classroom who really liked red. And that makes me think, is Caleb Manning actually the Red Prince? Because in the archive thing, it also said that, like, Marigold said that, oh, I wrote the Red Prince because my son loves the color red, and it's just a silly little children's tale, you know? But then critics were like, no, this is just thinly veiled, like, royalist criticism or whatever, critique. And yeah, maybe that's true. And she was involved in some weird rebellion type group organization, something like that. And yeah, the Red Prince might not be about us, Simon, at all, because I guess we're the Blue Prince instead. I don't know. And yeah, all of this. I did mention this, that like, if we are in Fen Ares, where's Arindia? Did they merge or something into Fen Ares? Possibly? And yeah, the archives mentioned the crown jewels, the ruby crown of Orinda Ares. So like, kind of implies that too, that like, Orinda and Ares merged, maybe? If you coat check an idea. Why did I write an idea? I think I meant items. I did wonder that. Like, if you coat check an item, does it get removed from the pool? Like, if you coat check a shovel, can you not find a shovel afterwards? Because then you could double it up. But we have seen, like, a shop having an item, like, let's say running shoes or something, but then you find running shoes lying around because you didn't buy them. And then if you go back to the shop, it'll now say, like, owned on the running shoes and you can't buy them. But I'm wondering, what if you buy them first then, and then go pick up a second pair of an item that you found? Does that work? I don't know. Could be interesting. But okay, let's check this. I should be fine to like screenshot here, yeah. So let's check all of this after. I'm just gonna screenshot through. Oh my god, everything's been censored. Okay. Oh. Wow. Let's check this after, I guess. Caleb Manning. Yeah, and in that case, Caleb was like part of this whole resistance group, and it makes sense that they would censor it a lot. Herbert S. Sinclair was the first one. This might be a significant date as well. Mary Jones, Detective Bon Margol? And then again? Hold on, let me have some tea. Oh boy. Alright. Forward? Forward? I wonder if we have a magnifying glass. Can you like peer past the redaction or not? The name used to designate the realms of the eastern waters. Blank is no longer blank. Known to the average citizen blank. E. Of the elder generation. We must H or B. Permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon our past. Chapter 1, Ajera. Most historians mark the beginning of the First Era, often denoted as Ajera, I see, by the Ascension. I thought Ajera was like a country. What was the other country called? Sigils? Eraja. And Ajera, okay. Yeah, exactly. It's like Steam censorship. We can just... Where's my mouse? Hello? I don't have my mouse. There we go. That was weird. We can just like click and drag to just see what it means. By the ascension of the first king, blank, whose name, Oris. What? By the first king, blank. But his name is Oris. What could possibly be censored here? That, like, he wasn't actually the king? The ascension of the first king, like, servant. The first king shoe polish boy. I don't know. Whose name, Oris, would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Oris was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Oris had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Oris, and by the end of the 1st century, the blank 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 blank, a new kingdom was born. The Kingdom of Blank. Second Era. It was the 4th king, Blank, who split this vast domain in 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest, he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather. This sounds like a, you know, classic folk tale, like, with some sort of a succinct lesson, life lesson, that you're supposed to, like a metaphor or whatever, something like that. Oh god, now the chat's getting censored. To the eldest, he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province, the heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift, blank 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 blank. To the youngest, he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Ares. Arch, I assume? The land of the northern storms. So that's where we are? No? I don't know. A wild and untamed expanse, which at the time was not as developed, but a good deal more vast than the eldest brother's lot. Well, I thought they were all, like, women, but I guess not. It's just 3 children. It doesn't mention any like pronouns of the children until here. So the oldest one was male. His middle child, his only daughter. I see. Yeah, I see. He gifted her the southern region of Eraja. I see. So, like, the ruler of Arch Ares, which could be here, possibly, and the ruler of Eraja are, like, related. A land steeped in tradition. 3rd Era. As the 2nd Era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their lands, and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite those differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives, and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generation of their heirs continued that tradition, and the Third Era was defined by censorship. Commerce between the three realms. Oh, here we go. Wouldn't this just be the Orinda, Orindia sigil? Yeah? Or no. Maybe it's the, we already saw, where did I put that? In here? Yeah, the heart? No, that doesn't look like a heart. But it was like a purple hourglass, a yellow mountain, an orange heart. But I guess not. That definitely looks like it would be Orindia here. But then this, yeah, hourglass was Iraja. No idea how to pronounce that. But isn't this Fen then? Or was that something else? Yeah, who knows? Commerce between the three realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of a prosperous and bright future. I do wonder if we'll find an unredacted copy of this, or if that's not possible. Fourth Era. As the Kingdom blank entered the Fourth Era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. Also, it's kind of weird that they even would, redact this much, because it just looks completely ridiculous, and, to anyone that has even a, slight hint of rebellious, nature in them would see this and be like, this is fucking insane, they're censoring everything. Wouldn't they just, rewrite it instead and just make it sound neat and proper the way they want it? Instead of just being like, all of this is illegal, don't say this opinion, or whatever. A different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desolates the Third, we have heard about the Desolates, was a... Okay, you can't say that. King who often was seen drinking, great. A sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court, but the masses as well, yeah. Holy hell, just like a drunkard. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on this. Read that later, because I'll screenshot it first. Desolates was renowned as the King of Blank. No one when he made that... What? No one when he made the decision to move. What could that even mean? That sentence doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Something, Ving, castle and court behind, leaving, castle and court behind. The people were overjoyed by this choice and blanked a lot. Were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his R or N and T. Common folk. These blank voices planted the seed blank, which took root in blank, Grand City of Fen. Number 5, Era of Ruin, or Chapter 5. After the passing of King Desolates III, the Fourth Era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died. Thankfully. And then just, that's it. On the very next day, the 6th of October... So he died on the 5th of October? Okay, well, we should probably note that down as a notable date. King... Nope. Desolates the Third. Dead. What was it? We don't know which year, but just October 5th. The blank Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a blank number of supporters. By a, pitiful number of supporters or something. Due to the fact that Desolates the Fourth shared blank little of his virtues. So, now my cursor is gone again. Why does this happen? Going into the Steam overlay, removes my cursor. Now it's back. What the hell? I don't understand. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. However, instead of... That sounds like a cool movie name. Instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against our own people. The Gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city streets, stained in red. Yeah. Now I kind of understand the whole Red Prince. We love the color red. Red is great. Uh-huh. Morning Bay. Pacification. Pacification, yeah, of Fen. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions... I'm surprised this isn't redacted. Wouldn't all of this be, like, redacted? Like, no, these weren't barbaric actions at all. Or maybe the redactors actually think this is great. Joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arch-Ares and Nuance. We've never heard of that before, that there's a realm called Nuance? Is Nuance the mountain realm? Possibly? Nuance? Maybe? Yeah, the censor just got tired, just like, whatever, just let it through. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years. Okay, I don't know if that's going to be significant, like the year it started or the year it ended. Didn't we write that about something else, like some other war that, like, started at some point and ended at some point? I don't even know. And saw buried 1 in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death, he had won. Oris had fallen, and with it, the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place, red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. At the bottom I had a line with war. Oh, war, yeah, 1864. But I swear I had, like, something about, like, we heard a different war, or maybe this one. I don't know if it was this one or a different one, but we heard something about, like, a year the war happened, and then, like, for how long it happened. So you could, like, infer both the start and the end dates. I swear I had that somewhere else. Yeah, here, I guess? I mean, I guess this is it? Yeah, it's just these two together. Honestly, they should be, like... They should be, like, together. Just war and peace. I guess let's do, like, this kind of thing, or something. So it seems like March 10th was an important date, and the war maybe started 1864. And then, yeah, this is 22 years. Yeah, so that checks out. So that might be the Fifth War, then. The Fifth War. Capital letters. Oh, I guess we should say that. The Fifth Era. Whatever, that's fine. Yeah, okay, and my cursor is gone again. Why does this happen? That is weird. Oh my god, it keeps going. I thought that was it. Chapter 6, the current era. Today, the realms inherited by the 3. Fen Ares, Arch Ares, and Araja. I see. So wait, maybe it's one of these. Like, Fen Ares is where we are, but Arch Ares is at the top, maybe? I don't know. Phoebe? Yeah, because I've just written Fen for Pentagon, but that might be false then. Because Orindia Sigil had... Didn't something... I don't even know. But yeah, like, the Pentagon might not be Fen, it might be Fen... Well, I guess it would be Fen Ares. And then maybe there's Arch Ares as well. Did we see that in that book? Did it imply that it started with an A? Where is it? Yeah. Arch Ares, maybe, possibly. And Con something. Why did I not write these down? Might not be an N. Corindia? No, that's not something. We haven't heard that, have we? Is that a word we've heard? And that's Araja, and that's maybe Fen. Fen or Fen Ares then? Hello? Couldn't pull it for some reason. I guess I'll write... Stop. What are you doing? I'm not holding, like, shift or anything. What is going on? Cobb. No. Just... I don't know. That might be core. Who knows? Yeah, this might all be wrong. And that's gone again. Nope, still gone. There it is. It's so hard to see as well. Okay, and then this thing. Baron Sinclair, thank you so much for your cooperation with our department in this investigation. We know our presence is never convenient, especially for someone of your social status, so it means all the more that you are not only tolerant, but also willing to aid our efforts in getting this business done as quickly as possible. I wonder if Herbert was, like, helping them or hindering them, if he did want to find Marigold, or if he knows what was going on, if Marigold, like, went against Herbert, or if they're, like, in league or something. We are returning with his letter, the book you lent us, though I must confess it was not as much help as I had hoped. I'd heard that your library of rare and restricted books was quite extensive, and I was told by a reliable source that if a first edition, an uncensored copy of the history of Orindia, could be found, it would likely be found within the Baron's own collection. But perhaps I was misinformed. Okay, well that strongly implies that there is an uncensored copy that we can find. It's just, like, not in the public library. It might be hidden away somewhere underneath the ground, or maybe in the bookstore, the bookshop that you can only access, like, through the library or something. Still, part of me thinks that you may have given me the censored copy as a jest, a taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own... What? A taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. Shouldn't there be, like, another comma or something in there? If that is the case, then I say, well done, fair play. And perhaps on my next visit, we'll have a laugh about this after you've given me the actual manuscript. You fucking asshole. Like, thinly veiled. Like, haha, good joke. Okay, now please stop fucking around. And he's the Red Guard. Yeah. Alright. Well, stop. That did tell us quite a lot, but maybe we'll get more if we find the uncensored copy. So I might just, like, waste my rerolls here trying to... sure. Trying to get that bookshop. Oh, duplicated a key. Because we know that it can only come from a library, so it would be kind of nice to get it. Oh, there you go. Never mind. But there's also a trophy room, which is 5 gems, which maybe is the one that I kept seeing and couldn't do. 8 gems for 5 gems? Oh, and there's a study as well. I have an idea for the study. Because the whole dates thing, the queen is right here. Also, we really want the study for the queen to do that whole thing, but I can't pass up the bookshop. But yeah, like, the Black Queen is right next to the safe, and the Black Queen on here is sitting on D8. I was thinking, I have that somewhere here. Doesn't really matter, but it's somewhere here. Believe me. That either it might mean that, like, that is the code, that is, like, D8 is a date, and it's, like, D as in the 4th letter of the alphabet, meaning the 4th month, so April, so it's, like, 0408, or possibly it just D for December, so it's, like, 1208. So those are 2 ideas for the safe that I do want to try, but can't do it. We have to do the bookshop, because that can only be accessed from here, and we have some money, and we have a sale, so... Time to do more reading, I suppose. And there's a Black Bishop in the bookshop. Okay, that's interesting. Oh yeah, I also sorted this. I completely resorted all of my chess piece, like, note thing. So now we have all of the white pieces, all of the black pieces, and they're all, like, in order of significance or whatever. So we still don't have the white queen, we still don't have the black king, and so on. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. So over here, we get the second black bishop. Bookshop. Black bishop. Can't go behind the counter, no. But there's something to read here. Reddington Herald. A new clue sold out in hours. Like a new clue by Marion Marigold. I see. It should come as no surprise that the latest book from local author Marion Marigold is breaking literary records and making headlines even in absentia, like after she was gone. The release of her new book, A New Clue, comes only 14 months after the distressful report of the author's mysterious and unexplained disappearance. Her current publisher has issued a statement debunking the conspiracy theories surrounding the book's recent announcements, stating, the writing of the book was completed and well into the editing stages many months before the disappearance. In addition, the publisher has revealed that all of the proceeds from first edition sales of A New Clue will be going to Lasting Hope, a non-profit organization that aims to provide resources and intel in the investigation of missing persons. Still, the timing and conveniently mysterious title of Marigold's third book has left many cynics denouncing the book and her disappearance as a cheap publicity stunt. Detective Bon Margol, who many theorize may have been the inspiration for A New Clue, was quoted only saying that the book was unintentionally accurate. Regardless of their opinions, fans, pundits, I don't know what that means, and cynics alike were standing together, elbow to elbow in bookshop queues this morning, eager to get their hands on what may very, very likely be the last words ever published by the missing author. Yeah, that's interesting. It says something here, maybe, but I can't see. I need some tea. Yeah, exactly. Like, Simon can't jump on anything. He can't get past, like, a knee-high wall, but he also can't, like, crawl under anything. He can't bend down, he can't jump, he can't lift, he can't do anything. He is just far too weak. Or he's just, like, far too much of a stickler for the rules, and, like, arbitrarily deciding what he can or can't do in good sport when it comes to all of these challenges. Yeah, looks like that's everything here. We do have this. I mean, does that matter? I guess so. If that's possibly significant. Alright, so what can we buy? Oh my god. It's so expensive, though. And that's... Oh my god, they're so expensive. That is the sale. Okay, it does say here that, like, there is a sale going on, but it didn't say that in the showroom. So yeah, maybe the showroom, like, doesn't get affected by the sale. God damn it, that's so much money! I want these books, but at the same time, do I want to save up and see if I can buy, like, the big ones? Because, yeah, that's pretty massive. Man. Too stingy. Yeah, we need the vault now, or a treasure map or something. I don't know if I should go back. There's certain rooms I'm really hoping to get. Uh-oh. This is kind of bad. I mean... Like, I don't need to re-roll. We could just go back this way instead, and do stuff here and do stuff here. So it's not, like, that important. Yeah, I feel like I want to save my re-rolls instead, and see if maybe we can get re-rolls for, like, the Ladyship's Chambers or something instead. So do we take an observatory? I guess I don't want to buy stuff, really. Or we just take, like, 2 more keys. But I have quite a lot of keys. This might give us, like, Florealis and stuff. Yeah, sure. So, 39. We're getting pretty close to that whole, new constellation. No Draxus. So, flower, Clavis, apples, and Amunda's Minor. Yep. I mean, that's, like, better than the storeroom, really. So 40 will have 7 constellations, apparently. Clavis, Apple, I am in. I've started writing bloom instead of flower, because it's bloom of the sky. Uh-huh. So yeah, I'm gonna waste some steps of my precious 90 steps and not buy anything right now. And we'll see if we get more money. We've reached the antechamber before? Yep. Several times. We even got some allowance for it. And I've gotten the basement key. I've gone down in the basement. We have been across the reservoir lake. I just haven't been across the, like, gear room down there. I guess I'll go here. This is not great. I kind of wanted to go up. I really wanted to go up. Damn. I might re-roll here if we want to go up and then go down. Yeah. Damn it. Well, I don't think we're entering the antechamber today. Yeah, it's kind of rough. I guess I have to give up on the ladyship's chambers today. Or waste my last reroll, but that seems stupid. Yeah, let's just do that. More steps. Mailroom? No, I don't want to do that. But I do want to do that, but I don't want to do that. Damn it. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, wait, this is my first hallway. I don't know why it would matter, but let's walk silently in the hallway. Like, even if this is a thing, I imagine it's like something you have to do when you know what you're doing it for, if it even is anything. Third observatory, let's go. Let's get 7 constellations. Possibly. The music just cut out there. Possibly including Draxus. No Draxus? I don't think this is Draxus. So, Diamond, Diamage, Southern Cross, Slice, Twins, Apple again, Clavis. There we go. Beautiful. Apple, Cross, Slice, Twins. Is that all of them? Yeah. Alright, very good. So hopefully I can, like, go this way, I guess, and then go down, maybe? Aquarium? Don't really want to lose my money right now, so I guess we do aquarium? Sure. Weren't there, like, red herrings here? I was wondering about that too. The herrings are the major. If that counts, like, the fishes. The fish as well as, like, being red herrings. But there's only one, I think? Because it says here, like, 1 or 2 red herrings. Also, I don't remember if I read this. I might not have read this, because, like, I went back to check the first time I got the aquarium, and I think I just forgot to read this. In addition, but I, like, read it later. In addition to having a bouquet of colorful fish swimming within them, each tank in the aquarium is also inspired by the decor and colors of the various types of rooms found. Did I read this? This seems familiar. Found throughout the estate, including 1 or 2 red herrings. I do feel like, didn't I say, like, oh, I realized, like, what they were. They were different rooms, and they just said that. Was that a second red herring? It's hard to see. Also, I don't know what a herring looks like, so I'm just assuming the red fish is a red herring. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's a red bass or something. And this guy's just happy. Yeah, that looks red to me. So it would be 2, if those count, but kind of don't think they count. Alright. I guess we do this and try and just go this way. Huh. We can't do that and get 20 keys, but then I just, like, kill the run. But it actually does, like, work now, but yeah. I have a feeling that probably won't, like, happen that much. Oh, shovel. Very good. But we still haven't gotten any, Oh, wait. Is this... Yeah, this is the good spot, too. So I guess a lot of turnips here. 3, 4, 7, and 9 are, like, the rich soil spots. So I assume that just means a lot of turnips. And maybe, like, other items and not... nothing. Probably just turnips. What else was I saying? We haven't gotten the computer, so I can't do my experiments. So that's a bit of a shame. Yeah, so let's go this way. Oh man, that's kind of rough, but... honestly, I might just have to take it. Yeah, I guess, I mean, it's fine to do this, but, like... I still could just do this, because, like... I might get more steps anyway. And, like, just going down to about 50 is still, like, better than a normal run would have. So it's not really that big of a deal. Even though, yeah. Like, yeah, it's kind of weird. The weight room is, like... if you have a lot of steps, oh no, you lose more, but at the same time, you will be better off afterwards, where if you have just a couple steps left and then you draft the weight room, those steps matter a lot more when you have like 10 left. So I don't know. I feel like it's fine to do that now and save the passageway for something else, but I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, this is still open. If we do get all the way up to the antechamber, I have to make sure I try and draft the quest bedroom before we do. I wonder if you can do that afterwards. If you can, like, go into the antechamber, then draft a quest bedroom, and then go back to the antechamber. Will it just mysteriously have allowance? Not sure, actually. So now I just want to go ahead. I guess this is fine. Because I don't want to go left, really. Which showed minus 48, but I lost 49. Are you sure it wasn't just because I spent one going in as well? I guess I lost 48 and then went in and lost 49 because of that. Which actually, like, makes sense. That, yeah, then it actually rounds down. That's good to know. That, like, it is nice to you and doesn't, like, take an extra step if you have an odd amount. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay, so I might want to, like, note this down, because, yeah, my whole idea about possibly the configuration of the Great Hall. Also, where did I put that? Oh, God. In what note is that? Oh, man. I don't remember. Not ideas, was it? Great Hall? Yeah, this one. I should move this to its own note. Yeah, exactly. I do need, like, a note that is an index for my notes. Okay, let's do a new one. And call it Great Hall... Nope, stop. Great Hall Plan. Nope, stop. Oh my god, please. Because, yeah, I'm thinking it might be this. So it was a Tuesday, and now it is day 28. Which is the 4th of December, so a Friday. Maybe should have written down the date here as well. And then I'm just going to open, like, a few of them at least. Maybe not all of them. I mainly just want to go up. But let's open a couple. Okay. So, what do I call this? Just a corner room? I didn't note down which one had the lever. I probably should have done that. I guess it doesn't really matter. So like L1 corner, lever corner. You hope they add a raw mode to the notes, so you can edit the raw markdown text of it. I'm not entirely sure I even know what that means, but yeah, I do wish they update the notes. I've also said I wish you could like paste images into it and then maybe like draw on it as well, so you could type and stuff, but also just have a pen tool to like scribble notes or scribble like icons or whatever. And you can paste images into it? Really? Can I just like copy from here? Whoops. No, stop. No, that doesn't work. So it would be like more of a hassle. But I guess I could do like this kind of thing. And then... Huh. That's neat. I did not know that. Thank you for teaching me a new thing. But I still wish you could like draw on top of this with a little pen. And just like... Yeah. Maybe, you know, click here and it would open up to a full screen and then you can draw on that or something as well. Well, that's cool. Might make use of that. It would also be nice if, like, if you take a screenshot, it should just automatically, like, if you try to paste, it should paste the screenshot that you just took into the notes. That would also, like, make a lot of sense. There's no, like, hidden lever on one of these, is there? Nope. So I guess, like, do I really want to just open all of them? I kind of don't. Like, it's pointless, really, but I just want to see, like, what the... Maybe we'll hold off on this. If I have, like, a surplus of keys later, we'll start noting things down a little more after that. Because, yeah, I don't want to waste that many keys. Yeah, spare room works here. Or we can just do this, go here, and then go down and just, like, re-roll and hope that we get just this one tile to be the leadership's chambers. But it might be kind of nice to have, like, two possibilities. Yeah, the window screenshots does do that. That's what I just did. But it would be nice if, like, Steam had its own functionality do that. Or, like, if you just take a screenshot, then surely you want to paste it into the notes. Yeah, let's do this one, I think. See if I can get at least, like, 2 chances for it. So now we want to go left. Either one of these is fine. Let's do passage, I suppose. Should I have done rotunda? I probably should have done rotunda, because I have a lot of gems, and we could have, like, rotated this thing. God, that was a stupid mistake, yeah. I love rotunda now. Best tile in the game. Well, it has to be West Wing Hall if we want to try and get the ladyship. So let's do that. Damn, all of these are really tempting. Well, maybe not this one, but, like, these are tempting, but nope. Damn. Didn't work. Well, I kind of want to study more so than the office, even though I might have an idea for this as well. Like, I noticed something about the note. I mean, it's pretty obvious. The note, we're looking for dates, and I was counting the count, the march of the count. I don't know where it is. Where's this thing? Yeah, I don't even know. But yeah, like, it clues in the name. March of the Count. So I just, like, jokingly was like, oh, I see 3 statues, so the code is 3. But maybe I was actually closer than I thought. And it's just, like, because it says March of the Count. So you count the counts, which is 3 or 4, depending on if you count all the small ones or the big one. And then it's just, like, 03. So 0303 or 0304. So I do feel like I should try that. But yeah, this feels, like, rarer, and it's really nice to get this now. But Man, it's a shame to get it so I can't go down here, but what are you gonna do? I also don't know what this means. While drafting, you may spend gems to redraw floor plans up to 8 times. Does that mean like up to 8 times per draft? Or does it mean like in total for the day? That's, I guess, a rhetorical question. I mean, I don't really care either way. Because maybe it's just like for the day. Yeah, let's test this as well. That you have 8 of those available and then it like runs out and you can't do it anymore. So yeah, Queen on D8, April 8th, or yeah, you can spin the globe here too. Or December 8th. It looks similar, like it looks like the same globe as the one that was in the observatory. I don't see any difference. Yeah, like I left it over here. It looks the same. Not sure if there's any difference. 1 key. Alright, well, let's try that. 04. 08. Damn. 12. 08. Oh my god, there we go. D for December? Holy shit. Okay, that's cool. That's great. It's envelope number 2. December 8th. M. Is M or H? I don't know. Be prepared for our plans to be set in motion in a month or 2. It's all lining up, and all of our hard work is about to come to fruition. I have just learned that several members of the museum's guard... Okay, that's an M, so it's M. So it's Marion? Maybe? I don't know. Is about to... Nope, not that. Are sympathetic to our cause. Several members of the guard. So this is the heist for the crown jewels? Or whatever? We suspect 2 more to be pure opportunists whose loyalty extends only to their coin purse. Your uncle. Yeah, so M... I don't know who's writing this, but your uncle is Herbert, I suppose, and M is Marion. And yeah, I mean, I already said this, like, it seemed like our mom was involved in some sort of, like, scheme and, like, rebellion and all of that stuff. Your uncle has already agreed to let us use Mount Holly's flexible floor plan for a trial run, assuming the red print we have, a red print, of the museum's closed exhibit is in fact accurate and up to date. Wait, did I screenshot these? I did not. That's why I should always, like, screenshot first, before I read, so I just, like, remember. And it's Caleb! Caleb Manning! Okay, yeah. Oh. Closed exhibit. The doors in this room are security locked. Interesting. Do I bother screenshotting that? Not really. We should begin these trials without delay once you arrive. If you can, within the next 2 months, fabricate some fiction that might alleviate us of the presence of the servant staff. Until we meet on the shore of White Sand. Alzara mentioned that, a boy on the shore of White Sand, like, being me. So I don't know what that means in the context of this whole, like, scheme. Yeah, closed exhibit. And there's the, like, crown, the ruby crown of Arindia, I suppose. And there's security locked. Nah, let's say no. Just don't add this. Sounds like a shit room. It's terrible for drafting. It's, like, weird that they even... Oh, this as well. They even, like, allow you to say no to that. You forgot who's Caleb? So, okay, let's look at that since I did note it down. So, the first thing is Caleb was someone in the classroom here. We have, like, some coloring sheets when they were kids. And there's Caleb, who really likes red and colors everything red. And the teacher's like, you must really like red. Which hints at the whole thing. And yeah, Arja, I don't know what this is. I swear I've seen this name somewhere else, but I don't remember. And he also likes red, so maybe he's, like, one of them. And maybe Benny as well is one of them. Who knows? And then there was also all of this stuff here. It's talking about, like, where is it? Yeah, here, like, Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red. A statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed the book as a rather thinly veiled I can't say that word. Political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. So yeah, like, the whole Red Prince thing maybe is not based on our son, her son at all, us. And then it says later on, this way, that Caleb Manning, like a publisher and author detained by Redguard, Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were 2 of 3 dozen names. I guess Philip White wouldn't be our dad then, if he's also like Caleb and Philip were like detained, because you see those two like here. I thought like maybe this is our dad, but it seems like dad is like unrelated to all of this stuff maybe, but maybe not. Maybe this is how Marion and our dad like met or something, and then somehow he like, you know, got loose and isn't like on the run anymore. But yeah, Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were two of 3 dozen names that appeared on a leaked dossier naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. And like, it's the work of an insurgent group, RLCF, who call themselves the Children of Blackwater. Yeah, like, this would be kind of worth reading through, because like I've been watching a couple of other streamers that I like that like started playing the game and just watching the first couple of days, and like, yeah, when they got here I just started noting all of this down, that like I haven't really put these together, Caleb and all that. It's just like, instead of just looking at my own screenshots, it's kind of fun to do that, but I'm trying to be careful about it. Yeah, that is definitely risky. And yeah, we'll get to that. Something has been spoiled, but I'm not that concerned about it. It's in fact kind of a good thing. But yeah, we'll get to that when we draft a specific room, if we do. But yeah, there we go. Another safe. That's cool. And I guess I can attempt another time to hopefully get the Ladyship's chambers. Yeah, I know. It's like I could get spoiled on other things. I am well aware of the risks. Is that the first safe you've opened? No, that's like the... Is it the second or the third? That might be the second. But I have been spoiled on a safe, but I already knew that, like, that was the plan I was going to try the next time we get it, and I just haven't fucking gotten the boudoir to show up ever, so I know that that is correct. And yeah, like, that seems to be a pretty common one that people figure out pretty early, and I just did not figure it out looking at just that picture, because I didn't think it was that simple. I thought, like, oh, it must mean a specific year or something related. We have to find something else related to it. But, like, again, I was already aiming to do that the next time we get it, so I don't mind that too much either. Wait, does this work retroactively? I guess we should test that just for the hell of it. I assume it probably doesn't work retroactively, but let's try it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we want to do in here. Aw, man, I do want the vaults, but... Shit. No! Oh man, what do I do? Do I give up? Do I give up on the Ladyship's chambers? I probably do, right? Like, we can try that again at any point. I probably should get the money and go back and buy the 2 most expensive books in the bookshop, because those are, like, really significant. Yeah... I guess so. God damn it. Yeah, Dream Dead. Yeah, that's so weird. I could grab like 3 stacks and then I have to wait to grab the next one. And then this one remains open, yeah. I guess this one I like counted as a safe, but it's not really. So I wonder, like, if you get more of these, will you just eventually open every single one across like 1,000 runs? Yeah, with a sale as well, so it's like I can buy both of them without having to pay like $100. But the question is, do we do that now or do I hold off? I guess let's go back at this point. And man, I still don't have a fucking computer. So this whole plan of like get the experiment to run first before we check what the outer room is not working out. That is not really seeming to be worth it. Like, I just figured surely we're gonna get like either security or lab pretty early on here. They tend to show up like relatively early, but apparently not. Okay, let's see. Are these unlocked? Oh my god, it's retroactive. Okay, that's cool. That's a nice little experiment. that it, like, retroactively makes them all unlocked. Neat. Okay, so let's note down this configuration then, if it even matters. So Friday, L1 is lever corner, L2 is door. I guess I should write down, like, L3 as well. But, I mean, it's implied that, like, if I don't mention it, it's a dead end. And then R1, door, R3, corner. There we go. Alright. I guess I'll draft over here. Why not? Well, we certainly don't have only 2 hallways. It's close, though. I wouldn't mind this, but, like, I kind of want to buy books more. I guess I'll just place it here. Is there anything to, like, just grab? I don't think that's something you can just pick up. What is that again? Screw it. Oh, it's the sale. Yeah. Yeah. Lockpick kit. Special key? I assume that just means, like, any random major key. Like, it could be the prism key, it could be the silver key, it could be secret garden or whatever, I suppose. Yeah, let's go all the way back, even though it pains me to waste so many steps. Oh. Well, we already know about that. Do we? Wait, I think I do, right? Yeah, the jackhammer. Exactly, we just, like, haven't actually made it. Yeah, yes, I know. Thank you, Simon. Yeah, again, looks like the same globe as far as I can tell. Maybe you have to set them up in a specific manner. In a timely manner. Kind of tempted to just draft over here. We got trunks. But we don't have a sledgehammer. Kind of tempted. Oh, shit! I missed this! God damn it. Aw. I could have had this all along. Well, at least it wasn't like a sleeping mask that got, like, wasted, or running shoes or something. Yeah, okay, let's just unlock it. Because, yeah, we also have the, like, hallways are always unlocked. And then we get more keys. Yep. Nice. Nice money. Well, I mean, that works for steps. Yeah. That's pretty good. Rank 1 dining room and you actually get use out of it. That's pretty cool. Never seen that before. What is this? Cottage pie? Country stew pie. It counts. It's cottage pie. We don't have a boiler room. I would love to have a boiler room. So we could hold off, but, like, am I going to get a boiler room? Possibly? But screw it. I feel like holding off is gonna waste more than 10 steps would. Like, more than 10 steps if I then go up and get a boiler room and go down and try and get it. It just doesn't seem worth it. Watch me get a boiler room, like, next room I draft. It almost seems more like just, like, it's a nice thing if you just happen to have the thing, or, like, I guess if you get the kitchen first, then you can, like, try and plan accordingly, and if you see the room that has an effect, then you can make sure to draft it, but otherwise it, like, hardly feels worth the effort. Clock tower? Wait, what time is it? Oh, crap. I guess I'll do it anyway, but yeah, what time is it? Surely there's a... Oh, this is pretty. Surely there's a clock in the dining room, yeah. It is way too late. Unless we, like, wait for the next go-around. So I don't think there's much point to the clock tower, I guess. But I guess I go in anyway to see if there's, like, stuff in here. Yeah. Damn it. That feels like way more than I expected. I thought I had like an hour. I guess I don't. It's even less than that. If we want to catch the first, like 1:30. But that also means if it's going that fast, we probably don't have to wait like that long for it to go all the way over again. So it might be okay. Battery pack. And that's it, I guess, for this room. Yeah. I know, I should not buy any books and go out and get the shrine and dump 69 coins into the shrine. For the best buff in the game. Rotunda? It's like completely pointless, but at the same time it's a little fun. Just to see if we can like rotate something out to have like a door over here. Because I was curious about that, but we probably can't. But like, yeah. Sure. We have like blooms going on, so surely I'll get like green rooms and gems and whatever. Yeah, no point rotating. But here, morning room. Well, yeah, can't make it like rotate outward, sadly. Yeah, I think I just take morning room, because then we get 2 gems and another key tomorrow. And I don't really mind this too much. So, rotate floor plans. The floor plans cannot currently be rotated. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Yeah, exactly. The buttons here look like cake. I think I said that too. Like a red velvet cake or something. Damn, I should have gotten this a lot earlier. That would have been really nice to have before the vaults. Yeah, and I mean, we got a bunch of gems back, so not really a waste for Rotunda, but I guess a waste in the sense that we didn't get much use out of it. Okay, now time to buy some books and do a whole bunch of reading. Yeah, it's this way. Can't, like, pay for another premonition. What if we wait until after midnight and then pay Alzara? And then, like, call him out for false advertising if he says, like, if we can't. Does every room have a clock? Not every room, but, like, a lot of them do, so there's definitely, like, a theme of clocks. Oh yeah, he says something about dawn of the next day, that's true. Well, we just have to wait until, like, 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. then, or whenever dawn is. 4 a.m.? Alright, how many books can I buy? History of Orindia, first edition. Oh, is it like you buy them and they're permanently... Oh, books purchased in the bookshop will be permanently added to your library. Oh, fuck you! What do you mean? No, I have to check them out? I don't get them now? That's bullshit. This is bullshit. God damn it. Well, a new clue. Curse of Blackbird. Oh, I can't do that. I thought we just got to read them now. Well, I guess I could just, like, get all of these, and then we do Curse of Blackbridge another day. Sure. Let's do that. Yeah, I mean, that's a very good bookshop, I guess. Like, considering it's that annoying, getting all but one book in one visit is definitely nice. Yeah, imagine getting a book that you just paid for. We can't be having that. Wait, why do I have... Oh, 40. Yeah, I did write down the 40, right. Also, I have not been keeping score about, like, what chess pieces I have today. But I guess we'll wait with that. I think I'm just gonna go out and draft the room out here. And yeah, maybe I just should do that every time. Well, if we get the shrine now, I can give one whole gold coin. Nope, but a schoolhouse, but it's like... That is way too late. I think I'll do trading post. Yeah, let's do... I could redraw as well, but yeah, let's do the trading post. I haven't actually, like, gotten any use out of this. Give me this dynamite. I do wonder what's up with the dynamite. Like, surely we're gonna use it for something. When are we gonna, like, judge that it is worth using dynamite? I thought we were gonna use it to, like, clear out the whole, blocked tunnel, but I mean, that's just a bunch of crates, so maybe not. Okay, so how does this work? Trading post. Select an item to trade. Oh, you can see what you want. A shovel for 2 dice. Shouldn't that be 2 ivory dice? Compass for car keys. Eh. Lockpick for metal detector. Honestly, kind of a good deal, I think, because then you get more coins anyway, and lockpick fucking sucks ass. Battery pack for salt shaker. It's kind of nice. But if we get a broken lever, we could make a jackhammer. Coin purse for 2 ivory die. That's also, like, somewhat tempting, but we do have the gem reroll. I think I'll just do this one. Oh, and then we can trade the metal detector for car keys. Wait, you can just, like, keep trading infinitely? How does that work? I guess maybe you, like, they trade down in value or something. I mean, maybe you can't trade car keys. I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking about that. The whole, what's it called? Parlor. The Parlor game. Making that have, like, 2 wind-up keys would have been kind of fun. Just for the, like, trading here. And if you can, like, craft with it and do other stuff. Coat check it. To do the whole triple parlor. I'm a little boy, dynamite isn't for you. Well, apparently a, like, powered sledgehammer, a power hammer is, though. That's fine. You can go smashing down walls all you like. A little bit of a little firecracker is, like, too much. Guess we have to go this way. Yeah, I might get a curse for just donating 1 gem, 1 coin to the shrine, but I mean, that's what we have to test at some point. See if, like, that's not enough to get blessed. Okay, now I'm very low on steps. Do we go in here or do I go here? I guess this is a closed loop or, like, closed area, so let's see how far this goes. I could just, like, leave it off and take the nursery for steps, but I mean, this is also kind of, like, kind of nice just to keep going. See if we get some, like, high rank rooms. Ah. I don't really want to lose the steps. I think I'll just redraw once. Oh, I see. Yeah, exactly. It's up to 8 times. I see. So every time you do it, you lose one of the books here. And it's like, in total, for the day, we can spend 8 gems as rerolls. Okay. I guess I'll take this. I'm hoping for a conservatory up here, which we might re-roll for as well. Nice, +1. Don't think we're getting 20 coins though, but could happen. Conservatory? Attic though! No! Also, weird that the attic can be, like, I thought the attic might only be possible in the central column or something, because that would make sense with a, like, sloped roof. But nope, apparently you can get, like, a corner attic. I still think I want to take this first, because yeah, the attic does seem to be able to get, like, be anywhere, it's just rare. That would be good with a trading post, though. But maybe we can possibly get it here, though I don't think it's gonna, like, try and draft that into the antechamber. I really want the conservatory. That poor attic is gonna be, like, taking the place of that whatever it was in the library. It's like, oh, I never draft that. My most hated floor plan. That's good. Oh man, now I need to go back to the library, which, by the way, I didn't mark here. So we have read it, but we haven't magnified it. Yeah. I do need to do that. You can't get food in lockpick kit in the trunk, huh? I don't think you can get food in trunks, sadly. Okay, this is kind of interesting. I don't know if I want to change much of these that much. This one is unusual. Maybe I make it like standard? I don't think I want it commonplace. But like, it is nice, but at the same time, you do need a lot of keys for it. Maybe unusual is kind of good for that, but I think I'll do standard and we'll see if that like ends up being annoying. And that is rare. I don't know if we want to make it like actually common, because it is expensive, but it is like a lot of money. And then also like, I guess money doesn't matter too much eventually once you get allowance and stuff. But like the whole lockbox thing, I think it's at least standard, maybe unusual. Maybe just like knock it down by 1, so it happens a little more often, but not that much more, I think. And greenhouse is standard. I think that's fine. I don't think I want it to be more common. I mean, I guess it can only be on the wings, and it is a green room that actually has like two connections. It's not a dead end. Wait. Oh my god, I just realized that it's like been added now as a permanent thing. That like now it's no longer a dead end. That's really interesting. So like no matter what we do, we can always go through here. Yeah, that's cool. Get a lot of green rooms with the blessing. Yeah, but we don't have the blessing anymore, and we're probably not going to have the blessing of the gardener much anymore if I'm trying other blessings. But yeah, I guess I'll make it commonplace. I don't know. It's like, it's a lot of gems and stuff, and usually there's 1 or 2 special items, like the watering can or a sledgehammer or something. But is it really worth making it commonplace over, like, courtyards and stuff like that? Maybe. I think I'm okay with it just being standard. So yeah, maybe not the best conservatory lineup here. It's not anything that I, like, desperately wanted to make super common. Wow, it actually did something crazy. Drafting studio? That's nice. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. We get to add another floor plan. But man, my steps are very low. And this is not one we've unlocked here, so I can't just get allowance. Oh? Yeah, that is close enough. But I don't think I have the steps for it if we don't get some help. So yeah, Friday. We already knew this. It was R2 door, R3 corner. What? R1 door? Oh. So, I see. Okay, so I had this wrong. It's like, this is where you enter. This is the final door. I thought, like, because there's a person here, we came in from this way, and this is the right side, and this is the left side. Right, the magnifying glass. Holy shit. What? Oh my god, you can unlock the paper model? Are you kidding me? So, I thought I would get the, like, clue from this thing, but no, it's like, if you already know the code, and now we can use this here. No? That's not it? Maybe you can't open this one, it's just like for fun? Or it's just like, yeah, a different combination specific to the drafting studio. And it's not just like April. No. Okay, so that's, I mean, I guess let's take a screenshot here. Yeah, that is definitely the study. So we need a second, like, study. Did I note down Black Pawn? A second study code for something, or like specific to the drafting studio? I did not. Yeah, I wonder if we're gonna get like the full set. You know, 8 of each pawn and all of that. And what on earth you could do with that? Like, there's no way in hell you can ever like properly draft like, oh, black rook here, black knight here, black bishop here, and just like go up the whole line, and then all of the well, I guess up to 8, and then like all of the pawns here, all of the pawns here. No way. That is not possible. And yeah, now we can check these things as well. I'm not sure there's much that I want to look at here. Okay, yeah, right. It was the one, like, angel in the chapel that I couldn't tell the name of. There's another globe here, apparently. I don't know if you could spin that one. Wish we had some music. I don't think there's anything I want to, like, look at in here. I hope not. Yeah, that is the bookstore. We were just there. More like the book scam. There we go. What? Even with this fucking magnifying glass, I still can't read what that's saying. Dauja? Darja? Danja? I can't tell if this is a U, an N, or an R in the middle. I don't know. Dauja? Yeah, if anyone wants to help, like, actually decipher what this is saying, because I can't fucking read tiny cursive, feel free. Chapel. Yeah. I don't know. Dauja? Danja? We don't have anything else to go on. Yeah, I don't know. Something. It's something like that. Yeah, not much else here. I really want to see this, though, but apparently we can't. Okay, so I need to fix this up as well. So, left was corner, L1 corner, L2 door. Yeah, exactly. So, R1 door, R3 corner. So the last one, we just, like, flipped these. So, in this case, it was L3 here. And R3 would have been over there, which is then L1. And L2 was just R2. No, E2. And this is R1. Right? Yeah. And then I guess we'll, like, swap these around. Okay. There we go. Also, yeah. This is a, what was it? What was it called? A T something? T-square. I thought I read it as like this being a T-square, like implied as a T, but no, this thing is the T-square, which I have no idea how you even like use. Like, can this thing move up and down this thing, or otherwise, like, what's the point of it compared to just a normal ruler? Oh, casino. Oh my god. Okay, these all look interesting. In the drafting studio, you will be able to choose... Yeah, we've said this, seen this. Okay, casino. Games of chance. We love the gamba. Dovecote? Dovecote. I don't know. Whenever you draw Dovecote while drafting, you may rotate floor plans. Oh, that is weird. So you don't want to place it? You just want it to, like, show up during the draft, and then you can, like, rotate the other ones and place those? Man, that's strange. And vestibule. Whenever you enter vestibule, 3 of the doors in this room unlock and the 4th one becomes locked. Whenever you enter it. Oh, man. Oh, that's weird. And it doesn't look like it would have much of value, like, inside it. It's gotta be the casino. Like, come on. We gotta do the casino. 2 gems. The other one is free. This one is 2 gems. I don't know if it's worth that. We gotta do the casino. Oh, we should read this. The Mount Holly Casino offers an intimate and exciting setting for wagers of any scale, and guests may be surprised to discover how much strategy is involved in the games featured here. A buy-in of 2 gems is required for admittance into this exclusive room. A towering loft serving home to many of the feathered locals of Mount Holly. As a devout birdwatcher and amateur ornithologist, Mary had petitioned her uncle for years for this to be built on the estate. Is that really true, though, that she's a devout bird watcher? Or is it because she was, like, sending fucking carrier pigeons to, like, circumvent the what it was called? Like, the people, you know, authorities, like, checking the mail and all of that? Probably. Probably. That does sound interesting. I do want to, like, see that one. The T-square is used by placing the head against a straight edge and sliding the blade to draw parallel? Huh. Yeah, like the red guard, I guess. Sliding the blade to draw parallel. I'm not sure I understand what that means. Like the side of the desk? Oh, I see. Like, if you're just on a desk, you put this, like, off the side of the desk so that this ruler part is completely straight across the, like, desk you're on or something. Yeah. And I guess, yeah, you can, like... Yeah, like, pull it down and then draw another parallel line and stuff. Yeah. Kind of interesting. Oh, and this one, yeah. An ornately framed yet modestly sized hall. It had served as the original antechamber in the old days, before eventually being removed from the estate for having doors that were prone to becoming stuck. Well, they're not stuck, they're locked. Yeah. Gotta be the casino, come on. How could we not? We're, like, getting allowance now. We gotta, like, gamble away our allowance every day. We gotta make this, like, commonplace from the conservatory. And yeah, I guess that's everything we can do here for now, and kind of for the entire run, sadly. It looks like I'm probably gonna run out of steps. Really wish I could keep going with this, because yeah, there's more things I want to try. Oh boy. And that's closed. Yeah. Well, we get to check one more room. Can this do something for me? Kitchen. The kitchen could work. I honestly might want to re-roll for a kitchen, because that would kind of save me. I could buy, like, 15 steps or something. Music room is kind of interesting, but yeah, I think I kind of have to do that, especially if we want to go up here. Come on, kitchen! Ooh, security, though. Well, that's just for the experiment. It's, like, too little too late at this point. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. No, wrong one. I don't know if this is worth it. I could try this as well. Is that worth it? Trying the March 0303 thing? I guess so. Sure, let's do that. Because yeah, the weird part about that is, if this is correct, then it's just this I'm using as like a date. And these are red herrings, but that would be like really weird. You'll have one more chance next room. Kind of not, because I want to go over here to dig up the thing. But then if we get a kitchen, it'll go here. But I guess we would get more steps, so maybe it's worth it anyway to go for it again. And yeah, I guess we can also do the lab experiment now. It's a payroll. Yeah, it's... what was it? It was Friday. So like 2 more days. And we may as well spread gold, I suppose. Yeah. Probably not going to get much use out of that. This one. Oh my god, so slow, Jesus Christ. Okay, here we go. If you draw a drawing room floor plan, I really want to do that. When you draft a red room, lose 5 steps. The next 3 times you open a locked trunk. Yeah, that's not happening. And these are all kind of terrible anyway. I'll take that. And just, like, set dice to 2, I suppose. It's probably not going to happen. Yeah, set dice to 2. Okay, so the question is it March 3rd or is it March 4th? Because we count the small gates, there's only 3 of them. But if we count this guy, it would be 4th. So I'm going to try 4 first, because I feel like it's probably not 4. So it's probably 03, 03. Yeah, that's wrong. 03, 03. Hooray! Yeah, there we go. 2 safes in 1 day. I don't know if that gem is, like, significant. Because it, like, looks... it's like a red, round gem. It's, like, different. But, I don't know. It might not be anything. And that's envelope number 8. March 3rd. Dear Mr. Sinclair, let's take our screenshots first. Forever anonymous, huh? Thank you for promptly answering all of our demands, not involving the police, and allowing this unfortunate transaction to transpire as smoothly as one could hope. And while I'm guessing you had hoped to never hear from us again once we had given you back the envelopes, I never know, we felt that one final red letter of our own was merited given the circumstances. Hold on, I need tea. Yeah, true, it's envelope infinity. We did see that in the classroom, that the 8 was like lying down as an infinity sign for some reason. That's probably significant. Yeah, I know both are correct. It's just like I don't know, you know, laboratory, herb. I don't know which one I want to say. It's just like I keep switching. Hopefully you will not be as careless with this missive as you were with the others. Correspondence this incriminating should be kept in safes, not desk drawers. Okay, I wonder what that means. Like, was there a red envelope? Is that the one that, like, Danny Ravane stole or something? Maybe? Let's first put your apprehensions aside, as I'm sure another red envelope is the last thing you expected to find on your desk this week. No, we are not making more demands, and no, we do not have copies of the other letters. You were already more than generous and accommodating, and the least we can do is fulfill our end of the bargain. So why write you at all? Why incriminate ourselves further if we already have what we want? In a word, principles. After reading your eloquent reply to our initial note, it became apparent to us that there had been a few misunderstandings. This letter is intended to clarify some of those points, and hopefully will place our schemes in a softer light. First, we may have gotten too excited with the colorful language of blackmail, but our goal was never to terrorize, despite what you may believe you interpreted as thinly veiled threats. What? Despite what you may believe you interpreted as thinly veiled threats towards your young nephew, I want to personally assure you there was never any tangible danger. But your young nephew, does that mean Simon? Because, I mean, technically his young nephew is like... I mean, does he even have one? Because Marigold was the only one, so, like, yeah, I guess it means us, but... Yeah, it's like great-nephew, right? Yeah, exactly, Lieutenant. That's a good one. If we gave any impression we would hurt the youngster, it was meant only in the very vague sense of hurting his social prospects. And yes, while we admit that our word choices might be questionable, enough so that it would be reasonable to accuse us of being intentionally misleading, we hope you believe us when we tell you that this was not a calculated ploy to elicit payment. Also, man, I'm just, like, realizing while I'm reading all of these, it really is, like, very necessary for me to, like, reread these off-camera, because I'm focusing on, like, reading them out loud more so than processing all of the information and trying to, like, connect it to things that I've heard before and stuff. So it's just, like, impossible to do that, like, while streaming, I feel. However, as payment has been received, there is nothing to be gained by scrutinizing the questionable ethics that were employed in our extortion of those funds. Little defense can be mustered on that score. Yeah, now you also kind of lost me with the language. I don't even know what they're talking about anymore. Additionally, any judgmental tone you may have detected when we discussed the content of your stolen letters was entirely unintended. We want it on record that we do not consider ourselves superior to you and your family in any way, and are in fact entirely sympathetic to the underlying cause that the letters pertain to, and you thought this letter couldn't get more incriminating for us. What? Again, we feel guilty as sin, and only time will tell if the financial recompense will outweigh our culpability. Even though you will never hear from us again, we hope this parting letter will result in you thinking of us and our dealings, if not favorably, at least sympathetically. Sorry for the inconvenience. Forever Anonymous X. Yeah, that was a very, like, word-soupy letter. Just, like... Oh, boy. Yeah, I'll definitely have to, like, reread that one. Yeah, just in general, rereading things is definitely important in this game. Like I just said, rereading the archive notes put a lot of new stuff to light. Was there anything in here I wanted to... Hello? Can I pick this up? There we go. Wanted to magnify? I don't think there's any need to, like, reread this. Or magnify this. Red letter. The X has a clue in it, maybe. Yeah, kind of doubt it. But yeah, it is weird then, like, this is written by hand, so they shouldn't be red herrings, so they might mean something else. That, like, Flight of the Queen, Follow the Lord, Passing of the Barons, and Heretics of the Major might be another code for something else. But it's talking about books? So is that, like, is there a safe in the library that I haven't found or something? Maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Alright, well, we have, like, one final chance here. Give me the kitchen. I guess, like, I kind of have to do that, because we can't even, like, go in and dig up anything. So we need this to be the kitchen. Nope. Kitchen. Nope, the kitchen. Oh, but drawing room. Okay. I will do this, because now is the time I bring out my ukulele and sigh loudly and say, I messed up. Because, yeah, I did watch some streamers play this game on, like, day 1, day 2, because surely there's nothing that can be spoiled when I just, like, watch someone play, like, 1 or 2 days from the start of the game for a first-time playthrough, and then I got spoiled. But I'm kind of okay with it, because it's, like, something that, like, I would not have noticed this, I feel. It's, in hindsight, very, very, very obvious when you see it, but like I've looked at this so many times and I just haven't had any luck like noticing this. But yeah, I saw like someone just like walked in here on day 2 and just like, oh, that's a thing, and then just instantly did it. If you look at this painting, there's a little bit of a detail. Spot the difference that, yeah, I really don't think I would have noticed. Like right here in the background, there's another safe in this room. So yeah, that part was spoiled, and because that was spoiled, I started thinking about the combination for this and all of this with all of these, and then I realized the whole fucking, like, wordplay with, I think, the thing over here, if we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes, like what this is, strides, steps, gates, it's wordplay, and I was ready to come here and be, like, upset about this, and be like, this is fucking bullshit. What do they mean? They spell out the word gates, G-A-T-E-S, but then you're supposed to read it as gates? That's bullshit. And then you take a step back and you realize, what game are we playing? The entire game is about, like, homophone, like, different words, blueprints, and gates, and all of that stuff, so it just makes sense. It just makes sense, and yeah, that's where my mind went. So I think they, of course, did not get this safe combination on, like, day 2, thankfully. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be, like, count small gates, and I'm assuming it's, like, yeah, like, this is a small gate, but maybe hers is a small gate too, and, like, the difference between them will be the 2 numbers or something. So, like, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, this is a bit 8, 9, 10. What? Oh yeah, I guess it's two digits. It's probably a little bit weird that, like, I find the safe and then maybe, possibly already know the combination, even though we haven't, like, never seen it. But yeah, that is the one thing that, like, happened off camera that was a little bit too spoilery, and I couldn't really help myself from thinking about it further when I then knew that there was a safe in the drawing room and obviously was connected to the paintings and all of that. I lost count because I was rambling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, possibly, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 15, 04? 04, 15? I assume either one works. Like, if this is true, it probably, like, doesn't matter which way you do it. So let's do 1504. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Let the accusations of, like, cheating begin. 6. What do you mean 6? Why do you spell it as 6? Dearest Mary. And yeah, as I said, I also did see that the boudoir thing that I was going to try is also gonna work. But I was curious about that one, since they do make sure that, like, oh, both 2512 works and 1225. I wonder if they account for, like, the Northern Europeans or whatever that don't celebrate Christmas on the 25th. Maybe 1224 is also a valid combination, so I kind of want to try that once we get the boudoir finally. Alright, so 3rd red letter in one day. This is kind of insane. Did I screenshot it? I did, yeah, the 6. So just from here. Yeah, it would be a, like, nice detail if they did, so let's try that. April 15th. Oh yeah. Yeah, the 1504 becomes April. Okay, so should we write that down? I mean, maybe. Oh god, I probably should, but maybe I'll do that afterwards or something. Also, I wanted to take a break, but my god, this run just keeps going. This game just... I can't have short runs anymore. I know the events of the past year have catapulted you into a world you may not have been ready for. It's cruel, the way time rips through our lives, leaving them barren and fruitless like wind-scarred plains. And yeah, also, like, pointing out the whole thing, yes, I did get spoiled, but, like, as I said, I have watched, like, 2 or 3 streamers just doing, like, the first, like, 3 days or something, and it's just been kind of pleasant to do that, because mostly they don't do something I haven't done, and it's just nice to, like, have someone else, like, reading out things again, and then I get to, like, listen to these things again, like the archives, notes, all of that, and various other, like, things you get early on, but you don't know the context for, and I've been able to, like, get context that way. So even though it maybe is not, like, the best way for, like, the stream, since things are happening off camera, it's just, I'm really enjoying that, like, experience, so I guess I'm just gonna do that. But I don't think more of the streamers I like watching right now are probably gonna pick up blueprints, and I'm not gonna continue watching the people that are, like, getting into the double digits or whatever, because that's risky as hell. But yeah, I'm also not gonna, like, go back and watch pre-existing playthroughs, because those will wait. It's just like, you know, the ones that were live were fun. Yeah, I mean, it's risky, but it's like a risk I'm willing to take because it makes me enjoy this even more than I already am. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen anymore, really. Throughout this all, I know your principal concern has always been Simon. Yeah, it's Mary. You didn't need to confide in me yesterday for me to realize that fact. Everyone who knows you understands this. I will take full responsibility to ensure, regardless of how your current project pans out, Simon is shielded from any fallout and, God forbid, repercussions. A child should never suffer the iniquity of their parents. Oh, you think there's, like, one more thing that's risky? I mean, yeah, that's also, like, my logic with this, that, like, this thing got spoiled and, like, the boudoir safe, even though I had the idea, I haven't actually done it yet, and that is spoiled. But, like, those are things that will happen so early that I could have seen them, but I just haven't. And at the same, like, as long as I don't get spoiled on any, like, major, deep puzzles, I'm not sure I really care. If it's just like, oh, I didn't notice that you could click this one thing, or, like, pull this secret lever, or something like that. If someone notices something like that, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna be careful, though. Yeah, so in that sense, there isn't. Yeah, so, like, there might be some other thing you can do early that I've missed, you know, and other people might notice ahead of me. Yeah, it depends on the definition of big. Where was I? I, of course, write you all this in the hope that I can set your mind at peace when imagining the worst-case scenarios, not because I think such an outcome is likely. No, Mary, I have few apprehensions and fewer fears. Assuming everything goes according to plan, you should be reunited with Simon again before his 10th birthday. Well, that didn't happen. And while 2 years might seem like an eternity to a mother, I've always heard the days pass more quickly in the East. In the East? I thought they went south to Iraja, whatever it was called. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. As for me and you, I've already come to terms that our meeting yesterday was very likely our last. I am too old and too stubborn to ever leave this place. I'm too attached to the home our family has built up. So this is Herbert writing, I suppose? Yeah. Room by room. Yes, I have a strong premonition I will be buried in red soil under red flags. A compromise I know you yourself would never accept. Yeah, I see. It's been a joy watching you grow up and getting to know you. Your mother and I spoke of little else during your school days. I know she'd feel the same bittersweet pride I feel now. I'm assuming we'll find, like, in one of the other classrooms, we should find, like, test sheets from Mary as well, I imagine. The same bittersweet pride. To see you following in your father's footsteps and making the same sacrifices he did. Farewell, my marigold. We may yet meet again. Yeah, there we go. Why does it just say 6 with the letters? I don't know. That's another question. I'm still wondering if this is something too. If we draft, like, a furnace nearby. But yeah, I guess that's that for the run. What a terrible run. We just got, like, 3 red envelopes in one go. But we didn't do any lab experiment stuff. Wait, no, we did! We got 1 successful trigger. Hooray! And now we can't do it again. Man, if we got, like, another drawing room, that might have been, like, worth adding to the pool. Yeah, it's C and X. C10. Sitten. Rhymes with kitten. That's, yeah. You could, like, spin this on forever and ever. Fucking boiler room! I want the boiler room. Let's do the boiler room. Quickly, go. Oh my god, it's on the opposite side. No. Alright. Okay, I gotta fucking take a break. That was a lot of reading. That was so much reading. Garden Shopping Center. 5 green rooms. It's always green rooms. I always get green rooms. And 4 shop rooms. And we didn't really get to do much with the trading post. And yeah, I think I'm gonna abandon that idea of like, let's get an experiment going early and then see what this is. I feel like that's never gonna happen at this rate. But like, surely security and laboratory aren't that uncommon. Yeah. Do I just save and quit then? Because like, yeah, I guess I do want to do another run, but we should try and get the clock tower early if I can. So let's just like sit here for the BRB so that we don't waste a bunch of time. So yeah, there we go. That was a very good run and a lot of progress. Now there's only one safe left that I know the combination for, and then it's 8 safes, right? And we've done 5? Wait, how many have we done? Hold on. Yeah, safes. Yeah, office, that was correct. Study, that was correct. Boudoir, yep. Shelter, I was like, oh, does that even count? Because you're not actually using a safe, a date, but I guess, like, the justification is that technically you used today's date to crack it, even though that's a little bit of a stretch. But I mean, it is one that had an envelope in it, so I suppose it counts. So this asterisk shouldn't even, like, matter. Also, add this in. And yeah, spoiled, but small gates. The small gates part was not spoiled. Only the existence of the safe in there was spoiled, so not really not that bad in my opinion. But yeah, should probably not watch Blueprints streams, but boy are they fun to watch though. So yeah, we have 5 of these, and there's like 3 more secret safes somewhere. Oh, drafting studio, right. Yeah, I didn't like miss that. I just like didn't even consider that might count as one of the safes, I suppose. Mini safe. Yeah. I mean, it sure looks like a safe. It looks like a safe. It has a safe combination. It sure is a safe. But yeah, let's leave it there for now. I'll take a break, get some tea, rest my voice for a little bit, but I'm sure we're gonna like read and talk a lot in the next run too. See you in a bit.